Hello and welcome to this special episode of FreeCodeSession. My name is Jason Bach, and I want to demonstrate a new package that I've been working on. It's been fun to actually get it to work. Finally got it to all work today, at least the happy paths. So I wanted to release a video and show you what it's all about. So let's first go through, where did this idea actually come from? So this all started with this tweet here on November 20th. And I knew that you could write deconstruct methods as extension methods. So you can deconstruct any type. As you can see here, as he's demonstrating, you can take a datetime extension and deconstruct a datetime in the way that you want it to be deconstructed. Okay, so that all works. Kind of knew that, but it was nice to get that little refresher in my head. What caught my attention though, is I was reading the replies, which, you're supposed to not ever do, but in this case, it actually worked well, because I saw this reply by somebody, and I don't know if it was kind of like a little bit of a backhanded comment against C# or whatever, but I kind of took this as, well, that's great, but I still have to write the code, and JavaScript just works with anything. Okay. So I started thinking in my head, well, could I write something that actually makes it so you don't even have to write deconstruct methods at all? You just let something build deconstruct methods for you. And that's what I came up with here, which is something I'm called auto deconstruct. This is the repository, and I'll have all these links in the description so you can take a look at them later. But here's the repository, and I already have it up on NuGet. You can tell I just did it before I started recording because it's not been indexed yet. Let's refresh. Now it has been, so you can actually go out to NuGet and install it and use it in your own project. It does basically target .NET 5 and beyond. So the code that it generates should work for anything .NET 5 and .NET 6. So just to show you what it's actually doing in one of my tests, here's a class that has two properties, ID and value, and they're both accessible, meaning you can read them and they're public. But there's no deconstruct method. And if you look at the test project itself, just trust me, you can go look at the repository. There is no extension method deconstruct created for this type. And yet, in the test, as you can see, we're able to deconstruct an instance of that class. And when I run the test, you can already see I've got the little check mark there that says that it all worked. Now, you can't F12 or say go to definition here, but what you can do in Visual Studio is if you go to dependencies, analyzers, auto deconstruct, you'll see the files that have already been generated, because I have 2 tests written so far to make sure that this works. So if I go to no deconstructing this exists, this is the generated code. So it puts it into the right namespace. It creates the extension method with the right out parameters, and then it basically assigns all the values as it should. Okay, and this just works. So it was fun to finally get this to work today. There's more things that I want to do with it, but it's in a decent state right now, and I'd be interested to see if other people give this a whirl and what they think. So again, if you want to take a look at the source code, that is right here in GitHub, and you can also download it as a NuGet package here. So leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.